Hi, I am Josam and I am from Technology Research Lab. Version control is a system that records changes to a file or to a set of files over a period of time so that you can revert a specific version later. That means version control keeps on tracking all your changes that you make in your project and stores each different changes as each different versions. In order to deploy version control system in our project, we need to have a version control tool. Some of the widely used version control tools are the Apache Subversion, which is also known as SVN, and there is another one called CVS, which is Concurrent Version Control Tool. Mind you, both the CVS and the SVN are centralized version control tools, which means you and your contributors are working on a central repository and won't have an option for a local repository. Now there is Mercurial, which is somewhat similar to Git. Git is most widely used distributed version control system tool, and we will have a closer look on Git now. Git is by far the most commonly used version control system. A staggering number of projects rely on Git for version control. Having a distributed architecture rather than a centralized architecture makes Git more popular. That means in Git, every developer has a working copy of code and also a repository that can contain the full history of changes made. Git is distributed, open source, compatible, reliable, non-linear, secure, and it is economical. Git installation is easy. As per your operating system, download and install the installation package. Git setup wizard is pretty basic and simple. Choose the default option as it is standard for the most users. After the installation, open the Git folder under program files folder and open Git bash. It will open a terminal called Git bash emulator. Now run the command git config --global user.name and provide your name. Git config --global user.email and provide your email. These details will be associated with any commit that you create in future. Repository is a directory or a storage space where your project can reside. It can be a folder on your local computer or a storage space on any online host. A local repository is located on local machine and only the machine admin can work with this repository, whereas a central repository is located on a remote server and it is meant for a team of contributors, programmers or developers to exchange their work with each other. Let's create a remote repository using GitHub. GitHub is a web-based hosting service for version control using Git. Open github.com, sign up for GitHub, it is free, and sign in with your username and password. Click on Start a Project. Under repository name, we will provide a unique repository name. Let me provide TRL. And under description, let me give Technology Research Lab Project. Now we can either go for a public repo or for a private repo. Public repository is free, but anyone can see our project. If you go for a private repo, it can give you the privacy, but it comes with a price. Let's choose the free one. Now click on the readme file. It's a good practice so that anyone can see what the project is all about. Now if you want any file like log file, maven or delphi file to be ignored while pushing or pulling, you can notify here. And if you want to add any license, you can add here. Let's keep none for the time being. Lastly, click on the button Create Repository and our remote repository has been created. In our next video, we look into basic Git commands and how to sync our local repository with our remote repository.